Gemini, hey gorgeous. Melissa here. Tiffany, hi honey. I'm sorry. I am just going in order. But when I schedule them, I put any time in and then I just go as long as the readings take. So it's either gonna be I'm late or I'm way early, and I feel like being late is better because then you don't miss it. So I'm sorry about that. But I can never know how long these lives are going to take, but they need me to put like a specific time in. Okay. Hi, Gemini. My name is Melissa. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next. So I am behind on all my readings. I do still have Cancer yet to do. But anyways, I am Melissa. The Taropist is what they call me. You can check out my description box below, the About section of my channel, or the Community tab if you would like to know anything more about me or the channel. You can also check out my website, which is www.thetaropist.com. That's where you'll book personal readings as well. Those are open currently to the public, but they are not always open to the public. If you guys, I can't. I'm feeling so behind now. But if you are interested in becoming a channel member, you can check out the join button or the first link in the description box. The private readings are always available to the channel members as well as returning clients. I think that's about it, you guys. I'm getting a little lost in my spiel here because I'm trying not to feel rushed, okay? Because I do feel like sometimes I short you guys by trying to rush. Yes, I love you so much, honey, and I'm so sorry about that. We are trying to not rush through these readings today and really just give my love and energy to each sign. And I love you so much. So they are all running a little behind. But let's get into your love reading since we are already late here, Gemini. Let's go. We're going to start out with these romance angels cards, and then we'll do the tarot as well. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. So let's see. Let's get some coffee because you know what we haven't done is drink any coffee with MCT oil. MCT oil? I don't know. Not really tasty. That's what I know. All right, let's get some mother effing cards here. You know what? I didn't light any candles or anything today or any Palo Santo, but the energy feels very clean at my house. I did like Palo Santo my whole house, like fucking in the cracks. Like I've never cleaned my house with Palo Santo and white candles like I did recently, and I've never felt more like the whole house. It wasn't even that clean. I mean, it wasn't not clean. It was clean, but it felt like clear. Like you sometimes as an empath, I'm sure you know this, J-Dubs. I'm sure you all know this, but sometimes as an empath, can I get some goddamn cards? You can feel the energy so real, like that you feel like you have to almost like duck around your house and shit. At least that's how it feels for me. When the energy is messy or clogged is what I'm going to say. So calling in your soulmate here, Gemini, back to you, honey. We get to talking about ourselves and we can't fucking stop. Release your ex first, okay? You are calling in your soulmate, that is true, but there's a need to really do I'm getting a releasing meditation, even a conversation. I get that you actually have a really like a good friendship or connection with your ex. I don't think you can't be friends with them, but I do think there is a need to release them from the possibility of becoming, like I feel like you've held on to the idea that this person may be the one you end up with. You could that's not my choice, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting here is that you actually have a good relationship with them, and it is platonic at this time, but I do feel like I feel like there's a need to release the idea, or I don't think it's a conscious thought you're having. I feel like there's a connection still that needs to be kind of severed in the romantic department between the two of you. This is weird. I don't know what's going on. I do feel like your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together, you and your soulmate, but again, I just feel this need to release an ex first. So we got the Four of Pentacles, which makes a lot of sense in your energy. We got the Chariot card in the person you have in mind's energy, as well as the Knight of Pentacles in the potential outcome, and the Eight of Pentacles this could be somebody you work with pretty strongly here, okay? Or somebody you're going to work with, maybe like a purpose partner or something. But I do feel, again, with the Four of Pentacles perfectly placed in your energy, traditionally speaking, in a regular reading, this would be more of a emphasis on money, right? Or kind of holding on tightly to an emphasis, kind of being greedy, frugal is kind of the energy that I get on the Four of Pentacles. But I feel like the frugality I feel like you're holding on to a possibility that you and your ex could end up back together if nothing else works out for you. Okay. This is a weird message. It feels very specific, and I'm so sorry about that. Well, I'm not really sorry about that. That's just how my messages come through usually, very channeled. So it's asking you to release that ex, not knowing that your soulmate's on the way, right? Of course, now that I've told you this, we're not tricking the system here. Okay. But they are asking without knowing what is or isn't coming in for you to really make the decision. I think you're not in love with your ex. I think you love your ex is what I'm getting here. But there is a need to know that no matter if nothing ever comes to you, if you never find true love, that you'll never settle for what I think you guys broke up for was because you realized you weren't loved. I do get that you're still friends. I think that's really what you were meant to be. Maybe you had children together and things like this. But I can't, this is all very channeled. Again, there's a need to release this person from your possibilities of who you end up with. Just doing a releasing meditation, really saying, maybe even having that conversation with them. I'm getting that, like, you guys are so tight that you guys could hug it out, cry it out, and literally tell each other how much you love each other, and that this, it served its purpose, and you never stop loving them. And there's some release that needs to happen here, right? I'm going to cry because I feel like it's so sad and sweet at the same time. But I do feel like, I feel like you're both confused. Like, we love each other so much, but I don't think you've ever been in love. And I don't think you're together now. I think you're friends. The Knight of Pentacles here. So the Two of Cups here. Yeah, I do feel like you have your other half, on the way in your vicinity here. Could be a Virgo, or Virgo is very strong, by the way. You have the Knight of Pentacles in your energy, and as well in I feel like it's saying that this is kind of moving along slowly. And the reason why you guys haven't come together, you and your soulmate, yet is because there is this process of needing to release your ex. I don't know how long you've been away from your ex, but I get that you don't even realize that there is still a hold on them, right? Like, you think that you're just friends and you really enjoy that. You're actually cool with them dating and everything. But in the back of your head, in the back of your heart, there's something subconscious at a subconscious level that needs to be released, because I think that you think that, well, I'll just end up back with them if nothing else ever works out. And there's a need to release even that. It's so weird. I'm so sorry. The Ace of Swords. I think it's just like, yes, as soon as you release that, things will be much more clear about who's really for you, and that they never were. And that, it's like, once you meet the person that is for you, you'll realize for sure that the person, your ex, was never for you, even though you adore them and love them, because the way the new person is going to make you feel. I don't feel like you've ever felt anything like it. I don't think you even thought it was possible. Again, once you release this ex, I think you'll be able to see this more clearly. I feel like they have the Chariot card, the 10 of Wands, releasing their need to appease the world at this time, whatever that means for them. Maybe so these two cards go together so fucking well for me, and they always come out together. It's the strangest thing, but they make so much sense together to me. The Eight of Swords is about doubting oneself, or really thinking that there are actual physical chains around us or on our arms, but it's really our own fear of not being good enough, or not, kind of adding up or being adequate. And where that comes from, the 10 of Wands, is the need to appease the world, or thinks that we need people to like us, or we're worried about what people are going to think if we do it this way or that way or the other way. I feel like this person's kind of getting through a huge cycle of that at this time. I don't know if you know each other. I'm not going to lie about that. I do feel like if you do, you could work with each other, is kind of the energy. Or I feel like you could end up working with each other. With the Eight of Pentacles as the overarching energy, I feel like you're both in the middle of mastering self right now, which is a huge, beautiful thing that we're given the opportunity to do in this lifetime. And it isn't easy, but boy, is it fucking exciting when you actually start to listen to your calls of your soul, doing the things that are best for you, and realizing that you actually can conquer every little thing you set out to conquer. You're like, holy shit, I had no idea I had it in me, is what I'm kind of getting here. And I do feel like you've done that, but I feel like, again, I feel like you and this person are both in the middle of doing that. I feel like they're really letting down the weight of the world. Well, I feel like you are doing this without really even having I just think you're doing it well, but you still don't even realize you have your ex kind of trapped in the core there, their energy. And that's weird, weird noise. They have the Three of Swords as well. So I don't know if they're getting over a heartbreak, maybe. Maybe this is your ex. Hold on. I'm going to just get more here. I feel like you do have a soulmate on the way, but I do feel like I might have picked up your ex's energy. We're going to get more on the outcome, but the Knight of Pentacles does, and into the Six of Swords does kind of feel like a marriage breaking up. So heavily stuck in your core here if they're coming up as the new person, as the person on your mind. I don't even think you think they're supposed to be on your mind. You're like, what? I'm not even in love with them anymore. And there's just this, maybe it's just a question at this time in your core. Maybe they are it for me. Maybe that was as good as it gets. Maybe I shouldn't have been so picky about not being passionate or, I was getting like not even physically attracted to them. Yeah, there's a need to release them. That's the energy and the outcome is releasing this thing that's always been. So I feel like it's been a marriage or at least a relationship that's been around for a long time. The Knight of Pentacles into the Six of Swords. I don't know what's going on with my throat all of a sudden here, but I feel like there's a need for a sit down, a cry it out, a hug it out. And this is it. Like, we're never going to be back together. I feel like that's needed here because, again, I feel like you have your calling in your soulmate. I feel like you have your other half on the way, but the divine can't send them in. Well, I feel like you owe it to yourself and to this ex of yours, because I think you won't be able to be happy in a relationship anyways until this is done, because I think you'll feel guilty about it, not knowing like, oh, but was that for me? I feel like there's a need for you guys to really communicate. If you can do that in the third dimension, if you're not feeling comfortable doing that in the third dimension, then there's a need to write it out, script it out, all the things you're feeling for this person, and really start to clear it out of your core so you can see more clearly what actually aligns with you and what's meant for you. Again, I think this person is meant for you in a way, but not in love. Okay, I don't think romantically. So that's interesting. And I love you so much. I feel like you have deep, great love on the way here. Again, as soon as you can kind of release whoever this is. And, it just feels kind of painful because I feel like everything's going to shift in your favor once you do this. I feel like the reason why you haven't done this is because you're not really sure if you're ready to let go of the idea of saying it's never going to happen again, right? It's like that kind of closure is needed here in order to move on, because it was kind of like a karmic lesson or something like that. It needs to be resolved. Okay. Unfinished business. I'm getting all kinds of stuff, but I feel like there's going to be this new karmic cycle, not karmic, maybe good karmic. I think that I'm getting a new cycle here that's going to be the best cycle of your life, but it's really needing you to close out the last cycle. Okay. Which again is going to be like in a very loving, compassionate way with your ex. If you can do that. Okay. I love you so much. And really just saying goodbye for once and for all. You can still be friends, but there's a need to make it very clear with each other, and even do some meditations separately, letting you and them know that, we're always going to be friends, but we're never going to go back to that. There's a need for that. Okay. I love it. And I'm a never say never person, but I feel like the need is there, even if it's not true. I can't explain what I'm saying. There's a need to release it once and for all. Okay. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and I love you so much. And I will see you very soon, you guys. I am heading on over to the Cancerian reading, and thanks for your patience with me, guys. And I love you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as well as whatever else you feel, whatever engagement you want to give me. Okay, honeys, I love you. Thank you so much.